Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Daniel Lissing, star of the Hallmark movie Santa Tell Me. Join us as we delve into Daniel's insight into his character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here with us, Daniel.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. And hello, everyone in Italy. I'm so very, very happy to be talking with you today.
It's a pleasure for me. So,
Good.
Santa Tell Me has such a unique premise. What drew you to this project and what excites you most about bringing this holiday love story to life?
Yeah, great question. The first thing is always for me as an actor is the script. And so when my team sent me Santa Tell Me, I read the pages, I read the script, and I was really excited about it because I'm sure a lot of your viewers have seen a lot of these Christmas movies before, and usually there's a formula to the movies that's heartwarming and romantic. But the difference with this script was that our lead character, our lead actress, Erin Krakow,
Mhm.
uh, she plays Olivia, and the whole idea is that she's got four guys to choose from. There's a lot of like really funny comedy moments, really good we call it gags, like if there's like little slapstick comedy, but fast banter, great story with a little bit of magic as well. So I thought that there was like literal magic. There's a magic letter. I'm not going to give too much away, but it was just a beautiful read. It read really well. It was funny. I was reading the script laughing. And so initially, that's what got me excited about the project in general, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
easy.
yeah, yes. And then, of course, I spoke to the director, and he was very enthusiastic and excited to work together as well. And so when we discussed what we each wanted to do, I had an idea of what I wanted to do with the character, and he's that fit with what he wanted to do, and so yeah, all worked out nicely.
Great.
Yes,
You are reuniting with Erin Krakow in Santa Tell Me. Fans
yes.
of When Calls the Art are beyond thrilled to see you both again together.
Thank you. Yeah.
How did it feel to work with Erin again? And did you bring any of that old chemistry into this new story?
The answer to the chemistry question is simple. Yes, we did. That's always going to be there. That was always there. So that for us, it wasn't an issue because we know each other so well. Yeah, this one, it's funny. Most projects that I do, it's usually with someone new that I haven't really worked with before, and there's no expectation around it. I can just go do my work, and what will happen with the project will happen. But working again with Aaron on the first day walking on set, I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous, a little nervous, but mostly I just felt a responsibility to the fans to make sure that what we were doing was um, new because they're new characters, but also at the same time something that's grounded in what the fans already loved about us working together, which was that chemistry, and that chemistry was there from the start, and I think we both felt a responsibility to get it right for the fans. And you know what? It airs on this Saturday night, the 9th of November in the United States. I'm not sure about here in Italy, but I got a screener of the film and I saw it two nights ago, and I was the fans are gonna love it. They're gonna love it. I think it's just one of the best one of these Christmas movies that I've done. period.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so, your character in Santa Tell Me is one of the Nicks in Olivia meets on her quest to find true love by Christmas. Can you share a little bit about your character and how he stands out from the other Nicks in her life?
Yes, okay. So for the fans watching this, there is this letter that uh Erin's character receives that tells her that she's going to meet a man named Nick, and that he is going to be her true love. And the thing is, she ends up meeting three guys named Nick, all in one. And she's like, this can't be true. Oh my goodness, it is true. And I have to choose the right Nick. My character's name is Chris. So I'm not even one of the guys that she's
Oh,
supposed to be with.
yeah.
So my character comes in, and and um my character's name is Chris, and we are forced to work together on a home renovation show for Christmas. And my character is a producer and director for reality television shows. And so I come in, and she's the talent out front, and I come in, and I think it's a good idea that we refurbish her childhood home, where all this magic happened as a child for her, just to make it more personal. And I think it will audiences will connect with it and la la la. So while we're disagreeing on the way things should be done on that side of the story, on the other side of the story, her character is going on these dates with these three Nicks. And every single guy is like really great on paper. And she's just got to choose who is the guy that she's meant to be with. And so she ends up going on these dates with these three guys. And they're really great, but something's a little off.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's very funny, and it leads somewhere that I won't tell you. But you could probably guess at this point.
Yeah. Great. So, the movie adds a layer of holiday magic with Olivia's quest to find her Nick and their journey of self-discovery. How do you think the holiday season enhances the story's romance and sense of wonder?
Yeah, there is a sense of wonder during the holidays at Christmas time as well. Look, through the holidays, and especially in the Northern Hemisphere, I come from Australia originally, and so my holiday season is hot outside. There is something very cozy about it being cold, and then eating with the family, and having that time with the family. And um with this particular movie being set at Christmas time, which already is a magical time of year, because it is such a love-filled time with our family and friends. Um, we were able to sort of capture that holiday magic, and then use that for these dates that Aaron's character was going on. And so, they'd build a snowman, they'd go ice skating, they'd, have sit by a fireplace and all toast marshmallows, blah, blah, blah. All this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And my character is like, well, Christmas isn't a big deal for me. I'm just here to work. And and she and I end up, through the work, end up kind of finding the magic during that time, despite the fact that we weren't looking for it in each other. So it's a really nice setting to for a romance. I think this is why, you know, people make so many Christmas romance movies. I mean, there's way more Christmas romance movies than there are, Christmas movies about, kids, exploring Santa and,
Yeah.
the presents, whatever, whatever. the spirit of Christmas. There should be some more of those, I think, but there is something really beautiful about falling in love at this time of year because it is such a kind of like, you know, special time and a nice backdrop to kind of meet someone and get to know them and then share those magical moments with.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
So, Hallmark holiday movies are beloved for their warmth and festive spirit. In your opinion, what sets Santa Tell Me apart from the other Christmas movies you have been a part of?
Yeah, again, I that's a great question, and I think that I touched on this before. It's that this script is just a little different. There's we still have all that romance and all that magic that you have in all the other beautiful Christmas movies that I've done. I'm proud of all the I've done a few of these now, 4 or 5 mo Christmas movies in my career, which is great. You know, I do a lot of other stuff on the side, and I've got businesses here, and I've got a whole life outside and different acting parts and da 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 writing. And then I come back maybe once a year or twice a year this year actually and
Yeah,
do a Christmas movie for 3 weeks of my life, you know? And and they've all been great, but this one is, as I said, was just a little bit more fun and not so typical because we have a lead character in Olivia, Erin's character, that is literally not just interested in one guy, but
yeah.
interested in three guys and dating all of them. And there's a lot of comedy to that. And then there's a lot of, so that kind of stuff you don't often see in these Christmas movies. And from my point of view, it was a really beautiful point of difference that makes it's going to make this one stand out, in my opinion. I hope, fingers crossed, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So, talking about life on set, what was it like working with Benjamin Ayres and Christopher Russell? Any fun moments behind the scenes you can share?
Yeah, so I didn't do too many scenes with the guys, but Uh, I will say this. Number one, after watching the screener the other night, they're fantastic. I mean, they're just great actors. But most importantly, and this is what I think is just true about life, they're just good people. You know, I was on set with them. I had one scene with these guys, only. We kind of walk past each other. We don't even really interact, but they're just quality people. And so when we were, you sort of sit together in the green room and you wait for the camera setups and the lighting setups so that you can go and do the scene. Uh, and just during those times of just sitting there and seeing these guys on set, it was just friendly, really nice banter. I actually got to know Christopher Russell better than the other guys because he was in a couple more scenes um, and around at the same time. So I'll just say about those guys, just quality men, good people, and we're all professional and funny and good to be around. That's it.
Great, amazing. So, you have become such a familiar face to Hallmark fans. What do you think it is about Hallmark holiday films that resonate so deeply with audiences? And what's it like to be part of such a beloved network?
Yeah, this is, my first movie back with Hallmark since 2018. I've done, I think, I'd worked with Hallmark for a really long time. And as I was saying before, there is something about the Hallmark network that resonates with people because, you know, it's respite. It's just a break from the everyday to be able to watch content on a network that makes you just feel good and calm and connected and just gives you that warm feeling inside. And people, especially nowadays, there's so much going on in the world right now that we're all aware of. We're all, conscious of, the realities of the times that we're living in, that just sometimes it's nice to sit down, have a nice cup of hot cocoa or something, and watch a Hallmark movie or TV series to make you just feel like, it's okay. It's gonna be okay, you know? And that's what's beautiful about this content is that you can watch it. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 8 years old or if you're 80 years old, you can watch these movies and know that they're sweet to watch, fun to watch, bring people together. And look, these I don't think these kind of movies are just sort of targeted at men, young men like myself. But I find myself now watching the one. It might change it a little bit because I haven't watched Hallmark for a little while, and I watched this movie that I did, and I said, well, if all of the Hallmark movies are like this now, because they've expanded and changed up some things since I was with them when Calls are Hard. Yeah, I think the audience is growing as well. So yeah, there's just something magical about it, and I think that's the reason why people connect to these movies so much.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You agree? You agree? Good. That's just my opinion. Truthfully, I got my opinion, but I know nothing. I don't know. I mean, it might be different for everyone out there. Who knows? But that's just my opinion. So whatever.
Mine too, because I
Okay, good. Oh, good. All right. We're the same then. Good.
yeah. So we have seen you in both holiday films and in When Calls the Art. But
Mhm.
what type of role of genre would you love to explore next? Any dream project in mind? In mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Well, firstly, let me say this. I would I'm so proud of this movie after seeing it. I want to do more of these with Hallmark. I think they just did such a great job. So, if they call me again for next year, I'm in. Um, but saying that, this kind of content is great. I'm always going to do it. This is where my fan base is. But for me, the dream is, and this is one of the reasons that I had left When Calls the Heart initially, was to start my own production company. And so I now have a production company with a really great friend of mine and my business partner. His name is Michael Good. And the two of us have been writing and creating content for, the last 5 years through the pandemic. We've written, we've got two television shows that we're ready to pitch. We've got a couple of movies up our sleeve. We made something that's online together, and this sort of started it. We made a short film
Mhm.
in 2015 together called The Answers. The Answers. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's an 8-minute short film. Go on YouTube, type The Answers, and check it out. That's something that I made and wrote with Mike. Mike's a genius, by the way. He's a director and a editor and just a creative guy. And so we get together and we write,
Yeah.
and we've got two projects that we're taking out shortly. And the dream is to sell that it's TV series. So sell that TV series, and I've written a character for myself as well. As like the third lead. There's four lead characters, and it's about this team of infiltrators. I won't go into it too much, but it's a dark comedy and it's really fun. It's like a reverse A-Team kind of thing. But you'll get to that later. But that's the dream. That's the dream to be able to create content, write it, sell it, and then place myself. Not in all of them, but there are some specific roles that I've specifically written for myself that I want to play. So the idea now is to find people that want to make it with me, and we have a production company on board now, so we're gonna
Yeah.
take out our package and see how we go. Take out the script and we'll probably be doing that later this month with one of the projects and next year for the other one.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's a lot of luck. It's got to be great content. It's got to be really good
Yeah,
because people know you for what they know you for. And they kind of, they see you a certain way. And when you want to change the mold, because we're all artists, we're all capable of doing a whole range of different things, but you get known for certain things and then people see you in that way, which is totally understandable. So my challenge now is to change perception by giving something that is so different from what I've done before, but really where my heart is in that kind of creative zone, if you know what I mean.
yeah, nice. So
Yeah, it's good.
change the subject again about your career in general. What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career and why for you?
Yeah, I would say that there's probably four highlights that really kind of like did did something for me and for my career and something that I'm very proud of. So, I mean, number one, I'm grateful for everything I've done because as an actor, you don't know where your next job's coming from, and there's a lot of competition out there, and there's a lot of like, chefs in the kitchen that are choosing the cast, and I've done a million auditions that I've not got that I thought were awesome, but maybe no one ever saw it, like I don't know. It's the same journey that every actor goes on. But in my career, outside of that, I it was my first American job. I just got into acting a couple of years before, and I thought I'm gonna have to work on an American accent. I got to learn how to speak like an American. So I worked on that. Um, and then I did a self-tape from Sydney, Australia, sent it over to the United States for this military show that was shooting in Hawaii. And I had a Zoom call with the creator of that show, Sean Ryan, and another gentleman named Carl Gedgesek. And I was hired for that job to shoot in Hawaii. That was a show called Last Resort. And that I played a Navy SEAL. I was a military guy. I was a drinker. I was really, he was very kind of like tortured man. I loved that role, but that was my first break in America. Right after that, that show did one season. Right after that, I booked When Calls the Heart, and that's the second highlight. And so getting on When Calls the Heart for 5 seasons was another highlight of my career that created all of these Christmas movies that you're seeing now and all this other content in this world is because of that show and because of that audition. So that show was huge for me. The third thing was when I made the Answers short film. It was the first thing that I made and wrote by myself, like with Mike, and we created something together that was the kind of content that was, um, that I really enjoyed creating for myself. So that was another step forward and something different as well. Each of them were like a different thing. And then, without a joke, after watching this Christmas movie, Santa Tell Me, I'm really proud of it. I think that they just did a good job. It's like really also working with Erin again. I look at it and I'm like, oh, when I'm an old man, you know, and I'm all gray and wrinkly, and I'm telling my, grandkids about my glory days, I'll be like, look at me in this movie. I was so young and it was beautiful. I'm so proud of this. So I think that I'll kind of look back at what I've done and am doing now and um, be proud of these things. But I will say this, I feel like I'm just getting started, at the same time. Even though I've done a bunch of stuff, uh, right now it feels like bit of a transition to that next level of creating my own shows and starring in them. I'm going to do that. I'm saying it publicly right now. I'm putting it out there in the universe. But yeah, I have no doubt that you're going to get to know me for other things as well.
That's amazing. So, talking about Christmas again,
Yes.
with the holiday season coming up, can you tell us one of your own favorite Christmas traditions or a memory that really puts you in the holiday spirit?
Yes. Well, so for me, it's it's a bit different. Half my family is Jewish, half my family is Christian. We come together and we have Christmaka,
Yeah,
you know.
you see.
So it's a little bit different in itself anyway. But with Nadia and myself, my wife, she's from Poland. And we have every year since we've been together for 6 years now, we will go to Australia one year and have a summertime um, Christmas with the family, you
Yeah,
know, pools and beach and barbecue. And then we'll go on the other side, go to Poland and we'll go spend time just near Krakow, which is where my wife is from,
yeah,
um, with the family there, have the traditional Polish Christmas, and then we usually go to this town in the south of Poland called Zakopane, and it's this beautiful, idyllic little like mountain town with Christmas lights everywhere. The buildings are just so beautiful, like little mulled wine stands, restaurants, cool music everywhere. And the way you get around from spot to spot is in a one horse open sleigh with jingle bells. I'm not joking. You literally get around on a sleigh ride, you know?
yeah.
So that's becoming a tradition for us as well. We'll go back there next year again. Um, this time we just saw the family. We have family coming over in January, so we were just down in Australia for a few weeks, so we're gonna have a Los Angeles home thing this year.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, the last question, a quick question.
Yes.
Survive the shows, as you may know now, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
What is your all-time favorite?
Of Christmas rom-coms?
Yeah, like the old
Ooh.
one, the Hollywood old one.
Oh, the old ones. Goodness me. Look, Miracle on 34th Street is just such a old classic that's really great. For me, look, I really like The Holiday. I really like Love Actually.
Yeah.
Those for me are really great. Certain storylines in Love Actually. Um, Home Alone,
Mm,
Santa Tell Me.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
You, it
those
will
kind of
become
classic
one of
ones.
them.
It's there's some this is the funny thing about like the Hallmark and GAC Christmas movies that I've done, is that because know I know so many people in this world and I sort of know how they're shot, and it it's the same thing. I don't really watch When Calls the Heart because I know what's behind that wall there. Oh, there's my mate Erin, like, oh, okay, I see where they're doing that thing. I know it so well. There's no like the magic's kind of gone for me. And it's the same thing with these Christmas movies as well, which is why this one was different as well, because I thought, oh, this is a bit magical. But a lot of the other ones that I've done, I'm kind of like I know so many of the actors as well. We're kind of in the same community, and I do watch occasionally, but the magic of it is a little lost on me because I shoot them, and I kind of know how it all works. And I think with some of the other Christmas movies that are, you know, outside of that. the Hallmark and GAC world, I can watch those occasionally because it's not my world.
Yeah.
Um, and still sort of enjoy it as like an audience member more so, if you know what I mean. So those ones that I said. Yeah.
Great. So
Yes.
this is it.
This is it. Okay. Yes.
Make sure all of you to go to Santa Tell Me on Hallmark Channel this Saturday night.
Yes, this Saturday night, 8, 7 Central in the United States. Tell me, in Italy, how does it work? I mean, is it uh like do you have the Hallmark channel in
No, we don't have Hallmark Channel, but there is
ah
two channel in Italy. There are
yes.
a feminine
Family
side,
channel?
okay, and
Good, yeah.
they brought the film and dubbed it in Italy and bring here to us. But
Oh
I
good. Oh fantastic. Oh good. When you see my films in Italy, do is someone talking Italian?
yes,
Is there a dub? Yes.
yes,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
I want to see that. I want to see that. Please.
I will send you.
Yeah, I have to find it. Send it to my team. Yeah, yeah. I love it. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I love talking to you. And next time we have another one, just reach out again and we'll jump on and
Yeah,
chat.
of course. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Ciao,
And
ciao.
thank you all for
Yes,
watching. Bye.
yes. Thank you. Ciao. Bye.